everyone, and welcome to my corner. We are giving thanks in this particular lesson. We're going to the book of Psalm 136, verses 1 through 10. Reads as such: Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endures forever. Verse 2 says, Oh, give thanks to the God of gods, for his mercy endures forever. Oh, give thanks to the Lord of lords, for his mercy endures forever. For to him who alone does great wonders, for his mercy endures forever. To him who by wisdom made the heavens, for his mercy endures forever. To him who laid out the earth above the waters, for his mercy endures forever. To him who made great lights, for his mercy endures forever. To the sun to rule by day, for his mercy endures forever. To the moon and the stars to rule by night, for his mercy endures forever. To him who struck Egypt in their firstborn, for his mercy endures forever. Just take a brief moment to give thanks. Usually we go to prayer, and in prayer we're actually requesting for things. But in this particular lesson, it's good to give thanks. You know, when somebody does something nice for you, you use your manners and you say thank you. And God has been ever so good. God, we thank you. God, we bless you. God, we just thank you so much for the ability to see. We thank you for the ability to hear. We thank you for the ability to think, to move. We thank you, God, for clothes and for food and for light. God, we thank you for water and just meeting every need, for paying bills that need to be paid and keeping things done that need to get done. We just thank you, God, because you have been good. And so we mind our manners in this lesson, and we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you go into this particular passage, this particular song was actually sung in Solomon's temple. It was also sung in the armies of Jehoshaphat to bring about victory. But it literally rings out. It rings out, oh God, how grateful I am to you, for your mercy endures forever. You know, mercy and grace are two different things. Grace is given to us as human beings. It's actually an undeserving gift. It's something that we don't deserve. And mercy, on the other hand, is compassion and kindness, which completely bypasses the punishment that we do deserve. If you think about it, I mean, how many times have you ever gone to God and said, you know, God, if you get me out of this, I'll never do it again. And then you turned around and did it again. And you say, God, if you get me out of this, I'll never do it again. And you turn around and did it again. That's mercy. You know, God is a merciful God. And so that's why this songwriter rings out, oh, because that word, oh, it's a symbol or a representation of explanation, like strong, you know. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. His mercy endures forever. So you can relate to what he's screaming out and crying out, is because he's looking back at everything that he is, everything that he has done, and everything that's only possible for him to do. And that's what this text is all about. Because it's just breaking down, saying, you know, he's the Lord of lords. He's a God who's above all gods. He creates the heaven and he created the earth. He created the moon and he created the stars. He divided the sea. And he does things that no man could ever do. And unlike man, his mercy endures forever. Because if you go to man or somebody, a woman or somebody in your family or somebody close to you or anybody in this world that you do wrong, and you say, you know what, I'm sorry, I'm never going to do it again. And you do it again, and you're like, I'm really sorry, I shouldn't have done that. You do it, but you keep doing that, you're going to lose that person from your life, because people don't tolerate that stuff. And that's why he said, you know, oh, give thanks unto the Lord, because unlike man, Unlike humans, his mercy is never ending. It endures forever. Every time you mess up, every time things, that you do things or say things that you shouldn't do, there he is with his mercy that's never ending. And for that, we give you thanks. He's saying, this is a true time to give you thanks, for your mercy endures forever. And that very last verse in the passage where he says, give thanks unto the God who smote the firstborn of Egypt, for his mercy endures forever. That particular last verse is in reference to a plague, the 10 plagues that Moses was assigned to Pharaoh during the time of the previous lesson that I shared with you, when God had him to stretch out his rod. But even before all of that, Moses should have died on 2 counts under the hand of Pharaoh. But yet God raised Moses up, and he didn't die as a baby, nor did he die after he ended up killing one of the Egyptians because of the unfair treatment that he saw going on. And he ended up killing an Egyptian, and Pharaoh had gotten wind of it and sent out for him to be killed, but that never transpired. And it wasn't until he grew old in age that God said, the very thing that tried to kill you and take you out, I'm going to use you to rise above that person and bring my people out. And so I would say use that as an encouragement in your life, because the very thing that tried to take you out during your younger years and during the times where you were doing things you shouldn't have been doing, that at this point now you're serving God, that very thing just might be the very thing that God may use you to bring other people out of. You just never know what God is doing, what he's going to do. But in short term of it all, there were 10 plagues that took place. There was the plague of blood, and it wasn't really a plague, but it was that God instructed Moses to use his rod to turn water into blood. But then Pharaoh turned around and did that same thing to show him, I've got just as much power. But this psalmist who cries out, he's a God who's above all gods. Give thanks unto him, because everything that God used Moses to do and Pharaoh tried to overtake or show who he was, God always raised up above to be the God who's above all gods. And every plague got worse, because it went from to the water, to the frogs, to the gnats, to flies, to the animals being killed, and then sores broke all over the people's body, then hail, and then locusts took place, and then the plague of the firstborn of Egypt, the death of those. And the people of God were to kill a lamb and cut the lamb in such a way that blood would be used to place above the doors of their homes, so that the death angel would bypass them, which is very similar to what's happening now. There's a plague going on. It's a virus that's taking place, and it's a pandemic, and it's taking people out of here. But because of his blood and his mercy upon your life, you're able to look at this video, and I say because of that, if for nothing else, it may be other things that are going on in your life, but for no other reason than the fact that you're still breathing, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. His mercy endures forever. It's unending. Mind your manners. Take some time to think about everything that you said you weren't going to do anymore, you did. Take some time to think about all the things that he brought you out of that you should have died from. Take some time to think about all the times when you prayed and needed his help and he was right there. Take some time every day when you come in from the end of your day, you come in from work, or if you work from home, or you work inside your home, or whatever you do, take some time to center down at the end of your day and just lay down and think of all the positive things that God brought you through today, and give thanks every day, because his mercy endures.